Hey everyone, Case here, and welcome back to Harry Potter Hogwarts Mystery. Well, long story short, Mad-Eye Moody is back. I don't really want to give away too much what happened in the last chapter, but he is back. If you want to see how and what happened and why he's back, click the eye on the top right. It will take you to the previous chapter of 30 and 31, 32, 33, 34. So still 34 chapters like last year. Although that's probably going to be bumping up pretty soon. We now have to talk to Mad-Eye Moody to devise a plan. The plan is to try to infiltrate R. Sounds pretty exciting. Why did you pull me in here, Moody? Or is this the rude surprise you mentioned when you found me in Nocturne Alley? I brought you here because it's a dirty drug place where dirty drug wizards tend to mind their own business. Unlike out in the open of the alley. Speaking of, how did you find me after all? We've been over this before. You know I have eyes and ears everywhere. And you're obviously up to something if you're trolling in these parts with your troublemaking friend from detention. Crikey, you really do know everything. I know this. If it was easy enough for me to find you and wonder what you're up to, then the same goes for R. I hadn't thought about that actually. My Aurora training tells me you're planning something dangerous. Perhaps, but I really needed to be here, Mad-Eye. That's fine, but walking around these parts and plotting out in the open isn't smart. I thought I taught you better than that in the time we spent together. So why haven't you been behaving like the wise and careful Aurora I need you to be? You're right, I'll be more careful. You're wrong, I was being smart. Well, I'm glad somebody called me out in terms of talking in the open. There's so many people who have overheard and eavesdropped my conversation over the many years. 6 to be exact. I need to be smarter, for sure. Oh gosh, I pressed the wrong button. I saw the smart button, I'm like, oh yeah, I have to be smarter, but you know what I meant. I disagree. I was being smart. I didn't come to Nocturne Alley alone. I was working with a friend like you suggested. Well, I'm glad for that, but I question your choice in friends. That J. Kim seems to be inviting trouble. You need to stay focused, Casey. You're supposed to be trying to find the location of the final cursed vaults. But that's exactly what I was doing in Nocturne Alley. I discovered that R might be using the Whomping Willow to communicate with its secret Dark Wizard members. But there's more to it. A lot more. Alright then, tell me what you know and we'll decide what to do next. Hey, looks like I chose the better option, maybe. Boy, this stings a little bit. Which I kind of figured when he saw there was only going to be 4 parts for the chapter. The clues we found at the Whomping Willow suggested this Dark Wizard meeting is coming up soon. And I intend to be there to spy on it. Well, if it is in fact R, I have to admit, you got yourself an excellent lead. And I'm glad you're thinking about disguises using charms and other methods. See, I have been considering what you taught me. But Rick picking out the dark wizards and witches are mighty powerful. They could break a charm or see right through the invisibility cloak just like I did. Well, that would be right awful. Which is why I'm glad I caught you when I did. Because if you're planning something so dangerous, you need a more advanced strategy. Like what? I'm all ears. What do you have in mind? If you really want to know what a group like R is hiding, you can't just spy on them from afar. You need to become one of them. You want a Hogwarts student to try and join an actual Dark Wizard cabal? Of course not. Do you think I'm mad? Well, the word is in your name. Be serious. I'm not suggesting that Casey just should walk right up and ask to get in. Okay, good. You had me worried there for a minute. I'm saying if you really want to know what this group is hiding, you can't just invisibly infiltrate them. you need to become one of them. And I know exactly how to do that, but I'll need Penny Hayward to pull it off. Blah. So, some kind of potion. Maybe that's where this polyjuice comes into play. Because the name of this chapter is like poly something juice. I don't know what that is, but I'm assuming it's some kind of disguise juice, potion, something. Well, hello Penny. I hope she'll say yes. So, you're saying you want me to use a polyjuice potion to make yourself look like one of the Dark Wizards of R. After talking to Mad Eye Moody, I really think it is the best way for me to infiltrate the organization. And if I can do that, we might just beat them to the final Chris vaults. Casey, I'm not so sure about this. We've brewed polyjuice potion before, Penny. In fact, it was your idea. But that was just to get back at Marula for stealing my work. This is entirely different circumstances, and if I did one thing wrong, it could be a matter of life or death. Brewing a successful polyjuice potion is incredibly complex. Not for one of the most brilliant potion makers at Hogwarts. I appreciate the compliment, but even for an accomplished student like me, they're notoriously unpredictable. They can last as long as 10 minutes or as long as 12 hours, depending on my skill in preparing it. So if you make one mistake, you could be exposed in front of a murderous Dark Wizard cabal. I can't take that risk. There must be another way to learn about R. I know it's a lot to ask, Penny, but R's cost us so much in their mad dash to open the cursed vaults, and Redpick took Rowan from us. If we could stop them, we'll all be safer, which is what Rowan would have wanted. I care about getting justice for Rowan too, Casey, but making this potion is an awfully lot of responsibility. I understand your concerns, and I am willing to talk to you about them all. I'll do whatever it takes to convince you. Great! Sounds awesome. Why does it have to be me? I guess it doesn't, because I trust you to do it right. You're a brilliant potioneer. Middle one. Well, I respectfully disagree. Isn't trust better than anything else? Can't you try another disguise? Perhaps, but it is a big risk. I'm sure this is the safest plan. Probably, but I'd rather not. Well, I think I'm failing this one. Polyjuice potions are too risky. You won't be the one using it. It's worth it to stop Redpick. You're right. Yes, bottom one. But it is too risky. Isn't that the whole thing about this whole thing? We could get in trouble at school. So, detention isn't that bad, but we can also save lives. This is more important than that. Bottom one. These questions are too vague. I got over halfway, all things considered. What if it wears off too soon? I'm not worried about that, then I'll get right out of there. I'll have a foolproof backup plan. Gee, I don't know. Middle one? It's either the second or the third one. No! Why do we have to do this now? Because the meeting is soon, I just don't feel like waiting, because Rowan deserves justice. Okay, I know this is the top one. But the meeting is soon! I'm trying to remain calm here, folks. I really am. Now that I think about it, I don't think we know when the meeting actually is. I think we just assume it's soon. So maybe this answer is right. Well, to say it'd be perfect is an understatement. You've convinced me, Casey. Brewing a POLYJUICE potion may be your best option to get closer to R after all. Brilliant. Thank you, Penny. You won't regret it. So, what do we do first? First, you follow my instructions. To the letter. Meet me later at the training grounds. To get this POLYJUICE potion started, we're going to need to catch a tiny creature. And it won't be easy. Good thing we're in this together and up for the challenge. Are we going to kill and smash boat truckles? What else are small? Lace-wing flies. That's probably a little bit better. Okay, Penny, I'm here. So how do we start a POLYJUICE potion? Not so loud, Casey. We need to be careful. Remember what happened the last time Circle of Connor members gathered here? Yeah, Marula and I got detention, and Professor Dumbledore had to warn us to focus on our studies again. But instead, we're plotting to take down a secret Dark Wizard organization. But it is important to stop R. Not so loud, man! Exactly. So even if we are breaking the rules for good reason, we should probably be a bit more discreet. See, that's why I asked you to help me brew the potion, Penny. You're smart and extra sensible. No need to butter me up anymore, Casey. You're very convincing as the 3 broomsticks. And I agree that changing your appearance is the smartest way to infiltrate R and their upcoming meeting. But what still worries me a little is that if we're making even a single mistake, you could end up transforming back into yourself in front of a room full of murderous dark wizards and witches. Aren't you worried about anything like that, Casey? I'm worried about exactly that too. I'm worried about my friends. I'm not worried. I'm very worried, actually. I'm worried about the potion wearing off too soon as well. But if only I had to do this on my own, because I'd certainly make a mistake and turn back to myself within a few minutes. But with your help, I'm hoping that doesn't happen, and I think our mission is worth the risk. You're very brave, Casey. We'll do our best. And when it comes time to actually brew the potion, we are going to follow the most trusted recipe. You mean, Moste Potente Potions? For that, we need to gather in the restricted section of the library. We'll do that in time. The last time we brewed a POLYJUICE potion, I wasn't as precise, and even made some guesses. But now, the stakes are too high. We definitely need to get that book soon. So then, why did you want to meet here? Because I know the basic ingredients that we need, and this is where we'll find the first one. Blades of grass from the training ground to part of POLYJUICE potion? Don't look down, look up. They're buzzing all around you. Lace-wing flies? That's right. You mentioned catching a creature. No time like the present, right? Quite right. Let's do this. We'll need fluxweed and boomslang skin. That's it, we did it! I think we have all the flies we need. And the sooner we get the rest of the ingredients together, the sooner we can start the brew. About that, there's something I need to remind you about, and I'm afraid you might not be too happy to hear it. What is it, Patty? The POLYJUICE potion needs a month to brew. But our meeting at the Borgin and Burks is coming up fast. This will be cutting it close. We can't cut corners, Casey. If the potion wears off before you leave... I know. I'll be standing in a room full of vengeful dark wizards. Disaster. The end of our mission. Exactly. Let's get the potion classroom. We should be able to find the next ingredients there. I just hope we can get in and out before Professor Snape figures out what we're up to. I would say it's like a plot twist that, they find it at the end. but I'm going to assume that everybody knows everything. Ever since we decided to just yell out everything, like for example here, in front of everybody, like a teacher that is like right there, everything's all out the window now. Alright, I gathered the leeches. Did you find the boom slang skin? I'm still looking, but we'll find it. Brilliant, because we need every one of those necessary items to brew a proper polyjuice potion. If you want to look like a dark wizard when you sneak into our meeting at Borgin and Burke's, the potion must work perfectly, or else things could turn into quite a mess. Here it is! I found the boomslang skin! I still don't know what to do for a thumbnail yet. Maybe this could be a thumbnail. Hello, Miss Hayward. Casey. Professor Snape, what are you doing here? This is my potions classroom, is it not, Casey? And I am the potions master at this school. The better question is, why are you here? Lie? Be honest. It all goes back to people probably knowing everything, and if they don't, they're gonna figure it out eventually. I'm gonna be honest. Let's see how this goes. I can't lie, Professor Snape. The truth is, we're collecting ingredients for a potion, and since you're always encouraging me to practice my potion brewing, we didn't think you'd mind us being here. But we're happy to get out of your way now. Gasp! Penny's a liar! As one of my most promising pupils, I've encouraged you to visit the classroom as often as you like, Miss Hayward. Not KC, who is often involved in foolish endeavors. Well, like Penny said, we can go. Not so fast. I see you have boomslang skin and leeches, which are the both key ingredients in Polyjuice potion. Really? What a coincidence. It's a brew even the most gifted and educated adult wizards and witches are cautious to attempt. For quite serious reasons that run from simply unpleasant to the truly horrible. For instance, the potion's flavor varies based on the character of the person being imitated. Well, that doesn't sound bad. And that's just the beginning. Let me tell you some more of the unfortunate effects. Hey, this is juicy. We need all the help we can get. And Professor Snape is oblivious. Well, we should probably get going, Professor Snape. Thanks for all the, random information. I think it is always helpful to warn of the perils of playing with unnecessary magic from time to time. Perhaps it will encourage you to finally behave like a proper Hogwarts student, rather than involving yourself in unnecessary trouble yet again. I don't get it. He seems to know what we're up to, so why did Snape leave us with the ingredients? Let's not fight about that now. We got what we came for. Agreed, but we're gonna need 2 more things to succeed. First, we have to get our friends to help to distract Snape and Dumbledore from what we're doing. We'll never get the rest of the ingredients in the potion brewed properly if they're watching us so closely.
Huh?
I agree, but you said 2 things. What's the other? The Polyjuice potion is meant to make me look like one of the members of R. But we only know one person who belongs to that dark organization, which means I need to become Patricia Rakepick. Holy bananas! I guess that's actually true. The only other thing I could think of would be if we find somebody else who is part of the organization that we know already. But I think that's probably branching off into something completely different right now. But yeah, Snape is on to us. We have to become Patricia Rakepick. Will that continue moving forward? I don't know. But what I do know is we may have to infiltrate, and it looks like it's going to be really, really nuts. So I'll see you moving forward with more Harry Potter Hogwarts mystery in the near future. So thank you everybody so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye everybody.